respect of which this petition is made is not pending before any court of law or constitutional or legal board, and therefore your humble petitioners we praise as follows. One, the County Assembly of Makueni intervened to ensure that the land is returned to the community to enable community benefit from their award project, and your petitioners will forever pray. Submitted today, 4th of August, year 2025, by the Speaker of the County Assembly of Makueni. How many petitions have I presented? No, 5. Thank you very much. Now, honorable members, further that, a copy of the County Governments Act. Now, honorable members, I have read a number of petitions, some regarding the budget making process, whereas we respect the right for the citizen to address this county assembly and the provisions of Article 1. It is also very important that I pronounce myself on 2 sections of the county governments. On the budget making process, honorable members, budget making process arises from the public participation carried by the county executive, submitted to the county executive committee member and sectoral departments of county executive, and then the cabinet approves. County Executive Committee member for finance with approval of the County Assembly who will submit the budget estimate to the County Assembly, and the County Assembly of Makueni has a responsibility in the budget making process to conduct public participation, not for the sake of it, but to make meaningful contributions to it. Then after that, a report is developed, considered by this House, approved with or without amendments, and an appropriation bill is considered and approved by this House and submitted by the Speaker to the Governor to assent into law. The law is very clear that the Governor has a right to assent to the bill as presented by the Speaker of the County Assembly upon approval, or decline to approve the bill and present to the County Assembly with a memoranda and giving reasons as to why he is referring the bill back to the County Assembly. And therefore, the budget making process does not envisage a situation whereby a governor can be misquoted to have approved a budget on a public fora other than through within the legal process. And therefore, public participation fora, whether with the members of the County Assembly and the governor, or members of the County Executive Committee and the governor, or members of public with members of the County Assembly, or members of the public with the governor, cannot be construed to be a one-stop budget-making process. And therefore, I refer you to provisions of Section 8 of the County Governments Act, the role of the County Assembly. The County Assembly shall vet, approve for appointment the county public officers as may be provided for in this Act or any other law. Even when the County Assembly is approving these nominees, we usually subject them for public to give their views. Some views are considered, some views are not considered. Some allegations are valid, others are not. Others are in support, others are not for that candidate. But then the Assembly has a constitutional responsibility to consider. B, perform roles under Article 185 of the Constitution, which is legislation, oversight, and representation. C, very important, the County Assembly shall approve the budget and expenditure of the county government in accordance with Article 207 of the Constitution and legislation contemplated under Article 220 sub Article 2 of the Constitution, guided by Article 201, 203 of the Constitution. And therefore, it may not be right to be construed that before the budget is presented to the County Assembly, it has been approved. That will be unconstitutional, will be illegal, will be a public fora, will be members of County Assembly fora. Until a budget has been considered by the County Assembly and a appropriation bill is considered and assented into law by the governor,
then it cannot be a budget. And D, approve borrowings. And 4, approve county development plan, which, whether it's annual development plan, county integrated development plans, are subject to public participation, but unless they are processed by the County Assembly of Makueni, which has the mandate of the people to inquire, investigate into the matters relating to financial expenditure and planning, and make proposals with recommendation to the governor for assent into law, a governor who is elected by the people, then we will be having some problems. And therefore, it is important to make a clarification that if a member of a county assembly, you meet people in Kadhonzweni and you conduct public participation, don't call it a budget, or let your citizens, on a light note, not refer to it as a budget. It is only, Honorable Galunda, you are out of order. At the border of gross disorder. And you need to check the answered reports. Don't ask me to stop. and how we manage the case of Makindu so fairly. So honorable members, I need to correct that. Whereas citizens are right to that view, it is important that we don't construe our other organs of public participation to be ultimate budget making process. Because even if you conduct a public participation that is outside the county physical strategy paper, then the assembly can only approve a budget within physical strategy paper, within the wage bill, and within the sectoral plans. So there must be checks and balances between the executive assembly and the citizenry, and all of us are required in this process for a document to be referred to as a budget or a law, but not based on either of the sections of the 3 legs of the governance. Thank you. For Thanke, Chairperson Committee on Water, Lands. Yes, the user to this project is water. So it is not a technical issue that required committees on lands. So the committee on water inquire with the Department on Water. How the executive collectively will work to provide surveying and all those things is not your business. All you require is the Department of Water to acknowledge this and give a response to this petition. Member for Kikumbulu Southward.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Yes, I followed the answer there, and I didn't want to find myself in that situation. Honorable Speaker, on the petition to do with the budget, it is good you have clarified, but many of our members are under attack from the public that they are changing budgets. Budgets are passed by this assembly. There is no other body enshrined in the Constitution which passes a county budget, except the county assembly, Honorable Speaker. So it is good members of public also get to know this, because sometimes we even do supplementary budgets without public participation. Why? Because these are elected members of the assembly who are allowed by the law to do the same, Honorable Speaker. So I think it is good we inflate this message to get to everybody that members of assembly are allowed by the law to do just that. And that way we will really avail to the members of the assembly in executing their work. Because there are people who feel they need to curtail the powers which are donated by the Constitution of Kenya. It is on this assembly which is able to appropriate and to approve plans from the county executive. And I have listened keenly on how the petitioners want us to stop the budget for Mubau Kikumeni Ward, Honorable Speaker. It is not here, it is not there, because we may not have the powers. Once we pass the law here, Honorable Speaker, it is only the governor who can fail to assent and send a memorandum, which has a threshold. if it is sent back to this assembly, there is a threshold on how we can deny that memorandum going through, Honorable Speaker. There is a very, very tight threshold, Honorable Speaker, and I don't think whether we are able to do that. Otherwise, these members of the assembly could have bestowed the governor before even he ascended to this budget, which was also following some timelines, Honorable Speaker, and that way we will have done something. Then number two, the member for Muvau, who comes from my party, Mungano. Of course, we must protect her. And then other member, because I heard the petitions are too many. I saw over the social media that members of the assembly will not be changing the budgets. I want to promise the people of Makueni that we will change the budget according to how the public needs it. It is not how somebody wants it to be done. And we have our mandates. Our mandates must be exercised, Honorable Speaker. It is only this assembly which will send this budget to the county governor. And the county governor ascended to this budget, as I have also shown, because we would have been in a crisis by now if we had not passed the budget on time. And we want to congratulate the governor for also agreeing with the assembly, because we agreed with the assembly. In fact, there are other county governments where the county governor doesn't even speak to the county assemblies. I used to live in Narok sometime, and you know that, Honorable Speaker. And tonight, the governor for Kajiado between 2013 and 2022 used to bulldoze to bring the budgets, and it must be passed. And there are no single projects from the wards, Honorable Speaker. I remember my fellow whip that time, I was a minority whip in 2022. 2017, 2022, Honorable Speaker, in this assembly. And we were in the same caucus for minority whips, Honorable Speaker. And he told me, since 2013, in his ward, there was only one project, a project known as ECD Center, for 15 million shillings. And it was done in 2019, just before Corona epidemic, Honorable Speaker. Then after that, nothing happened. And they were passing the budgets by force, Honorable Speaker. This is a different county government, Honorable Speaker. This is a very different also environment. Here we agree with the governor what to pass and what not to pass. I want to congratulate the governor, Governor His Excellency Mutula Kilonzo Jr., of course, two-term governor, for the good ideas he's bringing to these budgets, and we will support the government in this so that we can implement the matters to Mwenen. Honorable Speaker, it is also worth noting that out of the development budgets coming to this county, the county of Makueni, 1.5 billion shillings is the only distinct amount going to development, Honorable Speaker. Close to 1.2 is going to these wards, equitable share, Honorable Speaker. This has never happened. The county executive is only remaining with about 300 million shillings for development for HQ projects, Honorable Speaker. It is worth noting that the county government of Makueni is equitable and also equally developing these wards. Out of the 30 wards, every ward is getting at least 39 million shillings, Honorable Speaker. And that one is a big statement for the people of Makueni. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And also the matter to do with the SHA, we want to support the government to bring that SHA thing. And also the Makueni care, the Mutula care, we will support that thing. Thank you very much.
Honorable members, I'm careful that we don't digress so much into the petitions. The petitions are based on Article 1. Sovereignty of the people, all the sovereign power belongs to the people of Kenya and shall be exercised only in accordance with the Constitution. 2, that the people may exercise their sovereign power either directly or through democratically elected people. If there is a petition from ward and you are the democratically elected members, 48 of you in this house, it is presumed that whatever powers you are exercising is on behalf of the people. Now, for whatever reason, if a section of society is unhappy or would want to question the process that you undertook in executing your role as their representative, then you will have an opportunity to also to demonstrate to them how majority of them are agreeing with the budget as it is and how you will still take care of the issues that they are proposed because they belong to you. So I said this is a tripod stand. You have the assembly, who are the representatives of the people with the delegated authority. you have the governor, head of the executive in this case, with delegated authority, and there's a primary tripod who are the citizens. So when they will disagree from subward A to subward B, who will integrate them is the Committee on Devolution of Public Participation and the respective member, and the Budget and Appropriation Committee, on how item that they are petitioning on is important, and how it was not considered, and how it will be considered. So as to whether the budget was illegal and should be changed, it is not a problem because there's a procedure in the law. If you want to change a project A to B, you move an amendment during a supplementary budget and you amend it. So when the committee will meet the petitioners, the respective members will meet the petitioners, and if need be, the committee will visit that ward and hear the citizens and allow them to ventilate and weigh between project A and B which takes precedence. Should all of them say it is A, not B, or B to come before A, it is going to be a decision of the people of Makueni, all of us. So for ordinary citizens to raise any question, whether right or wrong, they are practicing and exercising. Exercising is not executing. Exercising power is just when you feel like you try it, see whether things are working. So let us also respect that aspect. And let us not debate to question as much, because they have sent us here. When we will meet them at the committee level, we will have a conversation and they will understand that we had a role in this budget, and that is why it was ascended. And that's why a public participation forum, it is not an approval of a budget. Approval is an end process of ascending by the governor, subject to approval by the county assembly, subject to a public participation, subject to cabinet, subject to PP, subject to physical strategy paper, subject to annual development plan, subject to CIDP, and subject to medium-term plan. Thank you. Allow me, honorable members, not to take more comments on petitions. With a lot of respect, as we proceed, because the order paper is packed. Next order. Chairperson, Committee on Environment, you have a petition to respond regarding Kwamgonza project. No. Regarding public petition regarding evacuation and gazettement of Q wetland, Makindu Ward. Chairperson, Committee on Environment. Vice Chair. Chairperson.
Mr. Speaker, sir, even though I can see the chair is somewhere sitting, but I think I'm privy to the information, and I'm a member of that committee, that we met the petitioners, we listened to them, and we wrote to the ECM, and we are actually waiting for the response from them. So if you can allow us some more time, we'll be able to bring the full report about that matter.
How much time is the executive requesting to consider?
By Monday.
So you will have a report on Monday to that? Fair enough.
Thank you.
I direct that responses to these petitions, you indicate date when the petition was laid and when it is due, so that then it's a response to public petition which was presented on 8th of August 2025, and it is due 60 days, which will be expiring on this, so that then we can monitor the petitions to execute. Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Leader of the majority party.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the Assembly. 1, the Makueni County Financial Year 2024-2025 Budget Implementation Report. 2, the report of the Makueni County Public Service Board on the execution of the functions of the board. And 3, the the report of the Auditor General on payroll management for Makueni County Executive. Highlight.
Chairperson the Makueni County Financial Year 2004-2005 Budget Implementation Report sent committee to the Committee on Budget and Appropriation to consider and respond within 14 days. All these reports should be in the tracker when time falls due. 2, the report of Makueni County Public Service Board on the execution of the functions of the board committed to the Committee on Devolution, Public Participation, County Administration and Special Programs. Consider and respond to the County Assembly within 14 days. Next order. Now, before next order, there is a report of the Auditor General on payroll management of Makueni County, committed to the Committee on Public Accounts Committee and respond to the County Assembly within 90 days. Chairperson Committee on Water and Sanitation and Irrigation to table committee's report regarding the schedule works, the construction of Mason tank at Kathiaka Market in Kigombe Northward.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I beg to lay the following 2 papers on the table of the Assembly. 1, the report of the Committee on Water, Sanitation and Irrigation on the statements regarding the schedule works in the construction of a monsoon tank at Kathiaka Market in Kikumbulu North Ward. 2, the report of the Committee on Water, Sanitation and Irrigation on the statement regarding the Kikuyu Irrigation Scheme in Zawe, Kilili Kalamba Ward. I lay.
Chairperson, Committee on Lands and Urban Planning, table a report. The plot validation exercise conducted at Emali Mulala Ward, Emali Town, sorry.
Speaker, I request for more time.
Honorable member, this matter is taking rather long.
By tomorrow?
That's fair. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Good. Chairperson, Committee on Infrastructure, Transport, Public Works, Housing and Energy to table report of the statement regarding the delayed payment of plant operators in the county.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the Assembly. The report of the Committee on Infrastructure, Transport, Public Works, Housing and Energy on the statement regarding the delayed payment of plant operators. I lay.
Chairperson, Committee on Agriculture, Irrigation, Livestock, Fisheries and Corporate Development to table a report on Makueni County Food Development Program known as the Kilungu Water as Avocado, year 2023, year 2024.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the Assembly today, the 4th of August, 2025. The report of the Committee on Agriculture, Irrigation, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperative Development on the Makueni Fruit Development Program, known as the Kilungu Ward Has Avocado Project 2023-2024. I thank you.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Pass the Committee on Water to give 2 notices of motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I beg to give notice of the following motions: that this Assembly adopts the report of the Committee on Water, on Sanitation and Irrigation, the statement regarding the Kikuyu Irrigation Scheme in Zawe Kilili Kalamba Ward, laid on the table of the Assembly on 4th August 2025. Mr. Speaker, sir, I also beg to give notice of the following motion: that this assembly adopts the report of the Committee on Water, Sanitation and Irrigation of the statement regarding the shoddy works in the construction of masonry tank at Kathiaka Market in the Kukumbulu North Ward, laid on the table of the Assembly on 4th August 2025. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sir.
Chairperson Committee on Lands and Urban Planning to give a notice of motion tomorrow at 2:30. Chairperson Committee on Roads, Infrastructure, Housing to give a notice of motion, followed by Chairperson Committee on Agriculture.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I beg to give a notice of the following motion that this assembly adopts the report of the Committee on Infrastructure, Transport, Public Works, Housing and Energy on the statement regarding the delayed payment of planned operators in the county, laid on the table of the Assembly on 4th August 2025. Thank you.
Chairperson Committee on Water. On Agriculture. Chairperson Committee on Agriculture to give a notice of motion on Makueni County Food Development Program in Kilungu Ward as avocado project. Paper was laid. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I beg to give a notice of the following motion that this assembly adopts the report on the Committee on Agriculture, Livestock, Irrigation, Fisheries and Cooperative Development on the Makueni Fruit Development Program known as the Kilungu Ward Has Avocado Project 2023, laid on the table of the Assembly on 4th of August 2025. I thank you.
Chairperson Committee on Agriculture, respond to statement number 9 as next order.
Order number 8, motion. The report of the Committee on Special Interests on the oversight exercise on teenage pregnancies across the county, conducted on 23rd and 24th January 2025.
We are under statements. You have taken us to motions. In fact, we are notices of motion have been given in order number 9. Number 7.
Sorry. Order number 6. Order number 7, statements.
Yeah, I can see Honorable Kalonda, you are keen on the order paper. Yes, I know you are practicing. Chairperson, Committee on Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperative, respond to statement number 39 of 2024 as requested on 14th of October, year 2004 by member from Lala Umali Ward regarding implementation of various agricultural projects in the county. Take note that this request was on 14th of October, year 2024. Chairperson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this also came last week, and we noticed that the honorable member of the request of the statement was missing. So I don't know whether today is also not missing, whether you direct that we respond.
Do you have the response?
Yes, I have it with me.
Now, this is a response to statement as requested by a member from Lale Malwood regarding implementation of various projects in the county. And therefore, the project touches on many other counties, many other wards. So proceed and do so.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As directed, Mr. Speaker, I'm also practicing as you advise, Honorable Kalonda. So, Mr. Speaker, you know, practice makes perfect in whatever thing you practice for. So, Mr. Speaker, on a lighter note, though, Mr. Speaker, this is an additional information, or response rather, additional response dated 20th May 2025. Mr. Speaker, sir, during the 21st sitting of the committee held on the 5th May 2025, the Committee on Agriculture held a consultative meeting with Honorable Cosmas Kaleli, the statement requester, on the statement regarding implementation of various agricultural projects within the county. The statement was not satisfactorily responded. The Honorable member appeared before the committee during the 22nd sitting held on the 5th of May 2025 and provided additional matter which required clarification from the ECM Agriculture. Mr. Speaker, the committee engaged the ECM via a letter, a reference number 3CA Agriculture 2025 dated 6 May 2025 requesting for response regarding the following matter as raised by the statement requester. Makueni County Fruit Processing Plant, the Kalamba. The total sum used for the project in the construction, land purchase, machine purchase, and installations were availed. The committee further requested to be furnished with evidence of land purchase, including provisions of transfer documents, bank statements, and title deeds. Provide evidence of the purchase of the mangoes for the year for the financial years 2022, 2023, and 2023-2024, such as bank statements, among other relevant documents. What plans has the department put in place to make the plant fully operational? Since you indicated that the plant requires to be allocated a one-off capital of 200 million, kindly provide evidence that the budget facing on subsequent budgets towards the plant in financial year 2025-2026 county budget. The caption's response indicates that the plant has been given autonomy by delinking its budget from the budget of the department dealing with matters county agriculture, and funds for the operations have been transferred to the MCFDM Makueni County, Mr. Speaker, Makueni County MCMC that is the authority, of course, Mr. Speaker, the Makueni County, that authority, for permission to spend at source. The response, as per the feasibility study report, indicates that the plant requires 70 staff and 30% casuals, and the department is in the process of recruiting additional staff to the plant. Kindly avail evidence on the ongoing recruitment or any other department plan. Given that the current staff for the plant have contracts of 3 years, what duties do the contracted officers perform when plant is not in operation? The response indicates that in the operations of the plant there is value for money. Kindly demonstrate it as the plant has accumulated budget for 632,418,432.50 cents. Further, the plant operates seasonally. Number 2, Mr. Speaker, Makueni County Integrated Grain Value Additional Plant, that's the Makindo grain. The request asked that we provide reasons as to why the plant is not currently operational and remuneration status of the 3 staff contracted to the plant. What action is the department doing to make the plant operational? Provide evidence on the subsequent budget on the plant in efforts to revive it, especially in the financial year 2025-2026. Avail a feasibility study for the report for the report for the plant. Number 3, Mr. Speaker, Kitese Poultry Slaughterhouse. Provide reason as to why the project commenced construction without feasibility study, amounting to 13,400,000. Further, provide reasons why 20 million for the plant was reallocated to other projects. What other plans has the department put in the place to operationalize the plant, and whether the plans have commenced? Provide timelines for the operationalization of the plant. Mr. Speaker, the ECM responded in a letter, Mr. Speaker, that is provided, dated 20th May 2025, On the issue of the Makueni County fruit processing plant, the Kalamba, the total sum used for the project in the construction, land purchase, machine purchase, and installation were availed. The committee further requested to be furnished with the evidence of that land purchase, including provisions of the transfer and bank statement. Mr. Speaker, attached is a copy. Is how there's a table there. If you look at I hope members are moving with me, because the authority owns 6 parcels of land valued at 4,269,998. See details in the table below. Mr. Speaker, the Nzawi Kalamba main factory lies on a size of land 5.187 acres. The cost was 2 million. Nzawi Kalamba factory extension, 1 acre, 850,000. Nzawi Kalamba dump site, Mr. Speaker, on 1 acre at 826,000. Pump house on 0.316 acres at 331,498. Water kiosk on 0.045 acre, 87,500. Mr. Speaker, the table is long and it may take really time, unless members do not mind, to go through it, because it gives a total expenditure, Mr. Speaker, of 11,869,200, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on 3, what plans has the department put in place to make the plant fully operational? And here is the response, Mr. Speaker. The processing facility is now fully operational. It has 3 functional plants for puree processing, juice processing, ready to drink juice, the Makueni juice, and water treatment. All these 3 plants are fully operational, and the products are in the market. In fact, Mr. Speaker, I'm even now getting to know that the Naivas supermarket are in, I don't know whether they have already done it, but I don't want to state facts, but I'm just hearing we may be lucky to have the Naivas, a chain of supermarkets dealing with our juice. The puree plant started commercial production in 2018, while the juice and plants started commercial production in 2024. The department, through the Makueni County Fruit Development and Marketing Authority, is engaging with retail outlets beyond Makueni County to grow the market share. Among these is, of course, I mentioned about Naivas, even before reaching at that statement, Mr. Speaker, to make the brand national. Yes, the Honorable Kalonda. The level of production will be increased to match the growing market demand. 4, Mr. Speaker, since you indicated that the plant requires to be allocated on a one-off capital of 200 million, kindly provide evidence, that is the budget purchasing. The response, Mr. Speaker, was that the authority has prepared a business plan outlining its transition from county-funded operations to full financial autonomy. The plan is structured to face the capital over 2 financial years, 2025-2026 and 2026-2027. Mr. Speaker, it has also provided for the authority to retain its proceeds to allow plowing back to sustain year-round operations. The proposed budget estimates for the financial year 2025-2026 is 90,150,656, that is the recurrent allocation, 37,435,000 and 53,150,201. Please find attached herein the business plan and the proposed budget estimates for 2025-2026 as is in the Appendix 3. 5, Mr. Speaker, on the question of caption to response indicates that the plant has been given autonomy by delinking the budget department dealing with the matters county agriculture, and then what is that authority is requesting for permission to spend money to the source, spend at source. Mr. Speaker, this is the response. To spend at source, in quotes, means allowing the authority to use the revenue it generates directly through appropriation in aid, where funds can be reinvested in the authority's operations. In practical terms, Mr. Speaker, sir, this would mean, therefore, a revenue retention the authority would retain and use income from its operations, that's the proceeds from the sales, without waiting for disbursements from the county treasury. This will enhance further and more responsive spending on production, marketing activities and development programs, as funds will not be tied up in bureaucratic processes, allowing quick turnarounds, time and operational efficiency. Mr. Speaker, C, the legal framework, spending at source through appropriation in aid requires compliance with the Public Finance Management Act and approved framework from the County Assembly. The Makueni County Fruit Development and Marketing Authority Act 2017 has identified profits from sale of products as an income and authorized the authority to spend the same for its operations. Below is an extract from the Act which constitutes the enabling provisions, Mr. Speaker, on the finances. Mr. Speaker, is attached, of course, the funds and assets of the authority, such profits as may obtain from the sale, and then authority shall apply money received, Mr. Speaker. So 6, the response as per the feasibility study indicates that the plant requires 70 staff and 30% casual. Mr. Speaker, the requester asks that the department avail the evidence for recruitment or any other department plan. And this was the response, Mr. Speaker. The statement, the department supported the plant in the development of staff establishment. It is out of this that the plant is gradually hiring staff. And there's a chart there that in 2023, 2024, and 2024-2025 financial year, the authority has hired the officers as per below table. Mr. Speaker, it's important to mention the name of Trevor Mbuva, who is a quality surveyor assurance. Was hired in May 2024, a contract of 3 years. It's a male, of course. David Sami, a storekeeper, 2024 September, and he was in job group J, 3 years contract. And Sarah Oyugi, who is a production supervisor, who was hired in September 2024 on a permanent basis. The Speaker, supporting documents are attached as Appendix 4. Letters of appointment, ongoing advert for recruitment of a CEO and the Makueni County Fruit Development Management Authority staff establishment. Mr. Speaker, I am about to finish, maybe about 1 hour. I will try my best, Mr. Speaker, to summarize. It is important to point out that the authority has been recruiting in consideration of the operational levels of the plant. More officers are envisioned in the staff establishment will be recruited as a scale operation grows to meet growing demand. Mr. Speaker, number 7, the requester asked that given that the current staff for the plant have contracts 3 years, what duties do the contracted officers perform when the plant is not in operation? A valid question indeed, Mr. Speaker, because sometimes the plant may not be making any production. And therefore, the response was that when the plant was not fully in operation, the authority staff used to provide extension support to farmers through the department aimed at improving the quality of mangoes. Currently, the staff are fully engaged through the year in production of puree, ready-to-drink juice, and purified water. Number 8, the response indicates that in the operations of the plant, there is value money. Kindly demonstrate it as the plant has accumulated budget of 632,418,432.50. Further, the plant operates seasonally. The response, Mr. Speaker, the cumulated budget of the 632,418,432.50 includes land purchase of at 4,269,000. That is now the breakdown of the 632. Because the requester wanted that breakdown, and it is plain in good and black and white English. Construction of at 264,058,741, and machine purchase and installation of 364,089,692, which is a capital investment. The cumulative mango payment to farmers for mangoes delivered 142,430,320, while revenue generated 231,844,770.20 cents as at, Mr. Speaker, 15th of May 2025. The authority revenue is expected to increase due to product diversification in ready-to-drink juice and water. In addition, Mr. Speaker, sir, it is important to note that the plan was established to address the challenge of surplus mangoes that go to waste due to limited market opportunities. It is for this reason that the plant picks ripe mango at the peak harvesting season of January to March. The operation of the plant, coupled with other departmental interventions such as operationalization of the water pack house, has brought about a remarkable reduction in post-harvest losses. Mr. Speaker, we all know where water pack house is in Waternsview Ward. From 45% to 15% of the total mango produced in the county, estimated 181,931 in 2024-2025 season. The quantity of mango saved from the loss was estimated to be 54.579 MT, valued at 1.146, Mr. Speaker. I don't know whether that billion is okay. 1.146 billion as it is captured here. Further, the plant has supported in stabilizing mango prices from 3 to 5 per kilogram in the financial year 2022-2023 to 18 to 25 per kilogram in the financial year 2024-2025. The value for the money for the plant should therefore constitute not only the money generated by the plant, but also additional income for Makueni farmers in form of reduced post-harvest losses and increased producer prices. Number two, Mr. Speaker, the Makueni County integrated the value plant that is in Makindu, you know, the Ndengu thing there. Provide reasons as to why the plant is not currently in operation and remuneration status of the 3 county staff contracted to the plant. This is the response, Mr. Speaker. The plant was operationalized in financial year 2024-2025. It was tested with 5,000 kilograms of green grams in July 2024, and all machines were confirmed to be in proper working condition. Talking about 2024, Mr. Speaker. The plant is now ready to offer grain processing services to interested grain off-takers and traders at rates provided for in the Makueni County Finance Act 2024-2025. The remunerations, Mr. Speaker, status of the 3 staff contracted to the staff plant is given on the table below. 1, Maluku Waema, plant manager, job group P, permanent and pensionable. Michael Wambua, electrical engineer, job group M, a permanent and pensionable, and Magdalene Mutua, the weighbridge clerk, PNP, Mr. Speaker. What actions is the department doing to make the plant operational? The plant was in operation was operationalized in 2023-2024. It was tested and commissioned, Mr. Speaker, with 5,000 kgs of green grams in July 2024. The processed grains were tested and certified as grade 1 by the National Cereals and Produce Board, NCPB, that is in the Appendix 5. Mr. Speaker, I'm just about to finish. Will operate as service provider to traders in the county and generate on-source revenue by processing and packaging pulses. Charge a processing fee and package in bulk of 50 kg bags. The department has reached out to potential farmer cooperatives as well as grain off-takers and traders to utilize the facility for value addition of grains at fee as stated in the Makueni County Finance Act 2024. The Speaker, the requester also wanted the department to provide evidence on subsequent budget of the on the plant in efforts to revive it, especially the financial year 2025-2026. The response, therefore, that the plant was allocated funds in 2024-2025 financial year for the necessary machine servicing and inputs for the operations in financial year 2025-26. The plant is expected to processing an estimated 20 MT of pulses, Mr. Speaker. Avail feasibility study report for the plant. The response, a business plan for the plant is herein attached. Mr. Speaker, I request members to see Appendix 6. On the last one, Mr. Speaker, on the Kitese Poultry, the slaughterhouse, that, Mr. Speaker, the committee had a chance to visit sometimes back, provide reason as to why the project commenced without feasibility study, amounted to 13,400,000. Why 20 million for the plant was reallocated? Mr. Speaker, this is the response. Why the project started without feasibility study? There was no feasibility study carried out before commencement. The project was conceptualized from expressed need of the community premised on the desired outcomes of the poultry value chain. The table below, Mr. Speaker, shows Makueni sub-county as one of the leading areas in poultry and hence need for investment that promotes the value chain. The Makueni County livestock population numbers by the county. Mr. Speaker, there's a table there that shows that Mboni sub-county, broilers 3,600, layers 5,000, indigenous chicken, that is the kienyeji. In quote, Mr. Speaker, you know kienyeji. I don't know. Mr. Speaker, 309. That is a kienyeji chicken. And ducks and turkeys also. Mr. Speaker, therefore, I think the table is there. Members can go through, if you don't mind, Mr. Speaker. So the validated 2024 county statistical abstract. So on the reallocation of 20 million, honorable members, Mr. Speaker, the national government together with the Hungarian government expressed interest in developing the poultry slaughterhouse. Arising from this, the county funds allocated to the project in the 2019-2020 amount of 20 million was reallocated to other activities. However, the two governments did not undertake any investments to the project. Then, what plans has the department put in place to operationalize the plan and whether the plans have commenced? Mr. Speaker, in the year 2024-2025 financial year, the department is conducting a technical evaluation which includes an assessment of its viability to inform the way forward on the implementation of the project. On the issue of the timelines of the operationalization of the plant, timelines of operationalization of the plant will be provided after the technical evaluation is done. Mr. Speaker, provided is the appendix that supports the issue of a purchase of land and also purchase of mango. Mr. Speaker, hereby present the response to the statement regarding the implementation of various agricultural projects in the county to the County Assembly. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any member wish to contribute on that matter? Any member? Leader of the majority party?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, starting with the fruit processing plant, Honorable Speaker, I think this is one of the best reports about that plant, and the department has actually demonstrated that they are serious on this. We also have some other statement with the committee of PIC, and I think they are moving on well. What's needed to be pushed is for their autonomy. Honorable Speaker, talking about the Kitese Poultry slaughterhouse, Honorable Speaker, I think this was not what was expected although I'm a member of the committee, but since this was the response from the ECM, we could probably do nothing about it. But the expectations of the people of Kitese are not addressed by these particular moves by the department, Honorable Speaker. So I think it's high time now we call the department to order and tell them to finish that project, because this project has taken more than 5 years to completion. And Honorable Speaker, we need to see chicken being slaughtered there for export or for the local market. Honorable Speaker, I think the person who carried the dream of the Makendo grain processing plant, that dream was not about just having a plant which is idle, waiting for cooperatives, waiting for individual farmers to generate revenue. Honorable Speaker, I think that was not the dream. And Honorable Speaker, somebody should sit down, reinvent that dream, because we thought all the farmers in Makueni will benefit from that plant. And also the investment does not equate to waiting for cooperatives and individual farmers just to take grains there for processing and generate revenue, Honorable Speaker. That investment is not worth what is happening now. So, Honorable Speaker, we now expect the department probably to act on those two projects and make them operational and make them of help to the people of Makueni. Thank you.
Chairperson, do you have evidence that the authority, that is Makueni Fruit Development Authority, is autonomous? The department is in the process of recruiting additional staff. In addition, the plant has been given an autonomy by delinking the budget from the budget. Department of Agriculture funds operations have been transferred to MCDV account and is operation. Autonomy means other than the share functions like IFMIS, recruitment, which has to be done by the board, whether it has a financial autonomy, purposes of procurement plan, procuring, acquisition, or disposal. Is that evident? You need to answer that question as you respond to some of the issues raised by members. Honorable Kevin Jage, Honorable General Moki.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me appreciate the Chair, Agriculture. He took a long time taking us through the report, which is good, Mr. Speaker. However, there are issues that he has raised that we don't seem to agree, and we don't agree with other documents. Like, Mr. Speaker, when he says, when the plant was not operating, the workers there went and assisted farmers. As a speaker, we cannot understand how an engineer can assist farmers in production of mango. That is one issue, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, he read some names, managers, and those people, we said they went and assisted farmers in mango production, Mr. Speaker. I don't think that is right, Mr. Speaker. So we need to hear more about what they do when they don't have mangoes. He's saying now they are busy because we are producing water and puree. But still, there are some issues with the puree because there are some issues. There might be some parts of the machine that are not matching, the speaker, which needs some corrections. The other issue, which is very big, Mr. Speaker, is when he says that the plant is autonomous. We know, and from other documents and from other quarters, the plant is not yet autonomous. It relies on the budget that is approved by this assembly and the exchequer, the county exchequer, draws all the proceeds from the company as a revenue, leaving the plant just like a passage. There is no room for developing the plant so that it can grow bigger. Mr. Speaker, on the issue of Kitise, it is a chicken plant, slaughterhouse. Mr. Speaker, Chair is saying that within this budget, the 2025-2026 budget, Mr. Speaker, the department has appointed a technical committee. Mr. Speaker, remember, we are somehow 8 years or even more to this plant, and it is doing nothing. Mr. Speaker, when the plant was initiated, there were pathways that were supposed to be followed so that the people of Makueni can benefit from this plant. Our Mr. Speaker, we appreciate what they are doing, but Mr. Speaker, we can say they are slow. Mr. Speaker, we approve budget for these plants, Mr. Speaker, and we cannot see them moving. The essence of having plants, Mr. Speaker, is to encourage production, Mr. Speaker, because a nation cannot grow without producing, Mr. Speaker. We produce for our own use, and we produce for surplus so that we can earn extra revenue when we export to other counties, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if we can take 7 years and nothing is happening, then it means we are stagnating in one place, Mr. Speaker, and we are not satisfied with that report, Mr. Speaker. The chair needs to consult with the department so that they can tell us exactly what they intend to do. Because when they say they are going to do study, for how long are they going to do that study? Mr. Speaker, we know nowadays with computerization, Mr. Speaker, you can do research within 1 day and come up with a model which you can at least adopt as you are just moving forward. Mr. Speaker, nowadays we don't take long time looking at something. Mr. Speaker, you employ people within 1 day and you get what you want. So when they employ a technical team to consume one budget and consume another one, looking at what they are going to do, Mr. Speaker, that is laziness. So, Mr. Speaker, I appreciate the chair, but those are issues. And Mr. Speaker, yet we have the green grams in Makindu. Mr. Speaker, it's also moving slowly, moving very slowly, Mr. Speaker, moving very slowly. So, let chair tell us exactly when they think they can be doing something that the people of Makueni can see, things that can bring revenue, Mr. Speaker, to this county. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, I don't want us to betray your intelligence. Hold on, member. And I don't want to abuse your intelligence. There's no need of allowing you to speak to yourself. All the questions, the requester of the statement was not asking about the story of Makueni fruit development. Wanted to know whether it's autonomous or not. That answer is not provided. The answers provided here are not satisfying. On Kitise is a narrative. There is no answer. On Makindu grain handling, it's very interesting. The machines have been serviced in readiness for operation. And then you say, yes, we have employees. What is their work? In charge of day-to-day operations. But the machine is not working. Come to Kalamba, autonomy issues that have been discussed. So that we save time, and you are live on YouTube, and you are not speaking to the minister, and Makueni Fruit Development Authority chairperson and CEO is not here, because these are answers by the county executive committee member. So that we make value out of this plenary, I have the following proposal. Just a minute, honorable member. Because I'm saving your intelligence and time. My proposal is not even to refer this matter to the committee. My intention is that the county executive committee member for agriculture, the chief officer, and because we have Makueni Food Development Authority with a CEO and their chairpersons, be invited somewhat before this house and answer questions directly. The figures given by the Makueni Food Development Authority will be different from those given by the County Executive Committee member, because this ought to be an autonomy. To know whether the food development has the authority to procure, and why they started procurement in December when mangoes were too ready and rotten. Who was responsible? As we speak, mangoes are ready in Kibwezi. Now the executive committee member will give you a different answer. The food development authority, they will give you a different answer. So unless then we help this child, Makueni Food Development Authority, which is an entity with a budget, and understand what the problem is, and if it requires us to invite the executive committee member for finance to appear before this, to explain to us the extent of autonomy and why that autonomy has not been granted and why we centralizing, then we'll not be comfortable. So it is irritating that the Constitution of Kenya devolves powers from Nairobi, but then we're centralizing them at the county headquarters. So honorable members, I'm pleading that so that we don't repeat these things for no reason. Within the next 14 days, the clerk, you will communicate, ask the executive committee member, and then we'll pick a date in our calendar, one of the days that we will exhaustively run through these programs in agriculture and any other, and so that members may source any form of question or answer that they require. Otherwise, this will become a theater this afternoon and abusing the intelligence of the citizens of Makueni who are following this debate. Now, if you allow me, I will allow two members to make remarks on that direction, not to challenge. The leader of the minority party, you may defer to a member of your party, the leader of the majority party, or you may defer to a member. No, I'm allowing you to contribute in that line. As a leader of the majority minority, we will save time, and in support, you can't oppose. It's a good direction in your interest, and I know that is what you wanted to achieve. You want answers. Proceed, leader of minority.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Speaker. My point, I think, was very simple on allocation of monies, because this assembly has the powers to allocate monies. We need to empower this committee to make sure that is promising a lot. Like you see in the national government, there is that spirit of promising people. You are promising and it is never coming forth, Honorable Speaker. That spirit should be discouraged with the toughest terms possible. Because, Honorable Speaker, in my church, we normally say in the name of Jesus Christ. And now that here, sometimes you don't allow that, Honorable Speaker, I think we need to counter that with the strongest terms possible, so that we don't have a lot of promises, but nothing is on the ground. So, Honorable Speaker, with that, the budgets, my aspect is about budgets. If we can see the dedication of these budgets to those two plans, Honorable Speaker, the other smaller plans like Kitese and others will just fall into place. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Leader of the majority party.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I'm happy that my able leader of majority party has donated his minutes to me. Mr. Speaker, sir, I've gone through this report and I'm happy that you've read exactly some of the minds of the people who are seated here, honorable members who are seated here. Reading this report, you find most of the answers are leaving other open questions tagged to them. At the moment these open questions are tagged to these answers, you're not able to get the answers. The only place you can get the answers is from the culprits who are actually dealing with these matters hands-on. The committee has done the best which they could be able to get from the answers from the department. However, Mr. Speaker, as much as I totally agree with you, I tend to also suggest, once we engage the ECM one-on-one, the committee should actually track back and bring us a report which is able to give recommendations against each and every project, so that these recommendations have timelines. These projects are very important to the people of Makueni. None of them is not important. But if we go through the process of how things are being handled now, we cannot be able to certify to our people that these particular projects are going to give value for money in the next 3 years or 5 years. So I think we should give the committee honors. Once we hear the ECMs directly, they be able to go out and we task them to bring back the recommendations encompassing the discussion which is going to take place within this assembly together with the called visitors or the ECMs and the CEOs. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. If you grant that, I think it will become a record and we will have some archives which can be referred to in future if these things are not achieved. Because timelines are very key in order to achieve value for money. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Chairperson, Committee on Agriculture. Your last word? As we take the mandate away from you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I will use that not loud voice so that, the microphone, everyone can listen, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I truly want to appreciate the members who have made those contributions, Mr. Speaker.
What's your point of order?
I'm surprised. I don't know whether the honorable members.
Order. Hold your horses.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir. Is the honorable member in order to insinuate that the speaker was just finished speaking, was using loud voice? We don't have space for loud voice here. Can you substantiate?
Honorable Jalabu.
Mr. Speaker, the guilty will always find themselves where they are. I have not mentioned anyone. I've just said I just want to have, this volume, Mr. Speaker, because the microphone can expand my voice. Only that. I never mentioned anyone, Mr. Speaker. So if you allow, so that we go to the next.
Did you
I did not insinuate anybody. I never referred to anyone. But Mr. Speaker.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Honorable Mudoka, what makes you that then if you did not refer to any member, that you are the one?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You see, if you are speaking and then somebody comes and says, I don't want to speak in the capacity of this and that, it is insinuative. And the language is progressive. Language is dynamic. In this context, he actually could not have been speaking about anybody else other than the speaker was on the floor.
But member for Lima, I think much as the member may be right,
yes,
you are also right.
I agree.
That your voice is...
Yeah, and we are blessed differently, talented differently. So you should not feel actually intimidated if I have live voice and I'm a preacher, I'm a bishop, in that order. Hallelujah.
Honorable Jalalumo, conclude.
The Kalamba fruit plant is bigger for this county. It's something that is bigger than voices and microphones, Mr. Speaker, and the Makendo grain plant and the Kitese. Mr. Speaker, the Kitese thing is not about the Kitese only. It is about, you have seen Makueni, Mboni, and other sub-counties, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, this is a great matter. And Mr. Speaker, I want to really appreciate that direction from you, that because this, if you look at the response of the statement, Mr. Speaker, was some times back, things could have changed. And that you have made that direction. So I'm very sure the department will give us this up-to-date information. And I think that is the best way for this county, for ours, because surely the people of Makueni have that in quote, wow, ni wa kuikanesa, Mr. Speaker. I thank you.
That is directed, honorable members. This will take place within 14 days. We will get this structured, and Chair will give a communication tomorrow at 2:30 as to when the committee, the executive committee member for agriculture, the executive committee member for finance, and the Makueni Fruit Development Authority chairperson and the CEO to appear before the Committee on General Oversight to respond to the issues raised in the statement as requested by member from Mulala and Mali Ward, and that, in my opinion and members, we feel that they are not satisfactory, answered, and not being given the weight they require. Chairperson of the Committee on Infrastructure, Transport, Works and Housing to respond to statement number 5 as requested on 24th of February 2025 by member for Kathonsweni Ward regarding lack of maintenance of County Road in Kathonsweni Ward. What is your point of order, member for Thange Ward? Do you have your card? How do I read your name? I can't see you here. Please use your card every time you move. Insert it. Oh, I can see you. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, when I went outside...
What is not in order? What is your point of order?
Honorable Speaker, when you are going through the orders, Honorable Speaker, I didn't hear communication from the chair because when I went outside, I've received I was receiving a phone call from my counsel, and I had a prayer in court, Honorable Speaker, and I didn't hear from the chair. I didn't hear the communication about my prayer because the council has shared with me a copy which was received today about the same. So I was just inquiring.
Communication is on what?
There was about a court order which I went to court sometimes back, Honorable Speaker.
So order member 4.
Yes.
If you talk to your advocate, he will advise you. You have paid him.
Yes, I've paid.
So ask him to make use of that money. He will advise you that you can't discuss a matter that has not been ruled in court on the floor of the House.
Not discussion, Honorable Speaker.
And the matter, I know what you're talking about. And the matter is you versus and others before a court of law, not before the Assembly of Makueni. So ask your advocate to make use of the money you're paying. He should advise you properly.
Oh yes, Honorable Speaker.
So
now
I can't.
Also, can I also use the advocates whom we are paying to advise me in around here?
I do not know. I've told you that.
Instead of using another extra money, Honorable Speaker.
The matter you are referring to is not addressed to the Assembly. The matter is between you and others to appear before another institutions, not County Assembly of Makueni. So we have, this plenary has no role or responsibility over that matter. If the Assembly had a role on that matter, it would have been presented before this House as a paper or a petition, or you should have sought a communication from the chair. So I'm afraid it is not within the confines of this plenary, and therefore that order is invalid. Point of order.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. So at this time now, we can also use make use of our advocates around here so that they can advise me on the same. Because there's no need of paying my wakili, because you know when I go back to him, he will need some fees. So, Honorable Speaker.
Chairperson of the Committee on Transport. What's your point of order? Order member for Thange. Member for Thange. Resume your seat. There's a point of order on you. Honorable Elizabeth Boli.
Honorable Speaker, mine is on a matter that you were meant to make a determination concerning the member for Thange. And that was on statement of facts, standing order number 111. He made some serious allegations before we went for recess, and you said that he was to respond and bring evidence when we came back. So I wanted to ask if he has already brought that evidence. Thank you.
Member for Thange Ward. On that point of order.
Thank you, Speaker. Honorable Speaker, on that matter, I apologize and I withdrew the statement. Thank you.
Those were not the directions that you were given. The point of apologizing and withdrawing was overtaken. You are to substantiate your remarks before this House. Failure to which you will take personal responsibility on the same. When you are granted an opportunity to do so, you did not do so. And when you ask for more time to provide information, the assembly is not a place where you say yes and you mean B. You will either substantiate your statements or take responsibility under the standing orders. Because if then you are not able to substantiate, I will refer you to standing order number 100, I think it's 117, 127. On the same, Honorable Kimongo, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, yesterday was a Sunday, and the verse that the pastor read said that even if your sins are as red as crimson, they will be washed as white as snow. I don't know whether this house is more superior than God, that God can forgive any sin as long as you repent. If the member for Thange apologized and withdrew, what is the matter of wanting him to do much more? I thought that at the point when he withdrew and apologized, I thought the discussion ended.
It is also good for you to be careful so that you are not asked to substantiate. Are you sure that when he was asked to substantiate, he apologized? You take responsibility of those statements. In line with standing order number 111, you take responsibility of a statement of fact. Allow the member to take responsibility of 111. Allow him first to confirm whether he is owning that statement.
Is it me? I was in the house. He apologized. He apologized and withdrew. Why should we keep on bringing it again?
If I wanted you to confirm. So that we don't argue, if we go to answered and find that he didn't do so as he was required, what do? We
will find that he did so.
No.
Yeah. We will find that he did so.
Honorable Kimongo,
yeah?
I'm referring you to standing order number 111. You are responsible for accuracy of facts of whatever you allege. The accuracy as to whether he did or he did not do.
But Honorable Speaker, as long as you withdraw,
so do we?
The issue of accuracy dies at that point.
No. We are no longer dealing with Honorable Katumo. We are now on you.
What have I done? On me for what?
I am asking you. You have stated that Honorable Katumo apologized and he withdrew.
He did.
Now I'm asking you, are you confirming that so that it's not about me and you? We go to answer to confirm whether you did so.
He did so.
So now that my opinion is different from that of yours, do we proceed and dig from the answer?
We can do it because I'm sure he did so. He
thank you. So and therefore, we are dealing with a point of order, honorable members, a point of order on cross discord. I mean on the orderliness of the House. Honorable Kimongo has indicated that Honorable Katumo He withdrew and apologized. And I've given him an opportunity to own that statement, not Katumo's statements, not Honorable Katumo's, it's yours. So if you are found to have misled the House, understanding order number 1, which Honorable Mudhika has raised against Katumo, then you will also bear the responsibility.
I withdraw and apologize.
You don't just withdraw and apologize. You know, honorable members,
But
what
you
it
prove me
means.
so.
Order. Do you know what it means by responsibility for statement of fact? When the speaker bothers to ask you, and you say, that is it, then you are expecting tomorrow to come and say, I apologize. 111 is no longer applicable. You take yourself to 127. 127 becomes a disorderly conduct because a member has insisted several times it is black. And you are told, can you discern yourself? Or do you want to consult the answered? You say, I am. So if we take time to go to answered, we can't do that to come and tell you now you have the latitude to withdraw. No. We will have moved from 111 to 127. And 127 has no withdraw and apology. It is sanctions. Honorable Galunda.
Mr. Speaker, I am a very keen listener in this assembly. Even when sometimes we skip these orders, I know. Honorable Speaker, I'm very keen because I want to follow the standing orders very clearly. Honorable Speaker, I want also to inform the assembly that Honorable Katumo stood here and apologized and also withdrew his statements. Honorable Speaker. That is in record. The record is very clear.
You should not have said all that. You should have said you are associating yourself with statements by Honorable Kimongo.
Yes, I also associate. Of course, I associate.
Therefore,
Honorable Kimongo withdrew his statement.
No, let's save time.
I'm not withdrawing my statement. Kimongo has withdrawn his statement.
Let's save time. Honorable Kaluna.
So number 2, Honorable Speaker, on the same matter, Honorable Speaker, because
order.
Here I'm a leader.
Honorable Kaluna.
I have to stand.
Order, leader of minority.
Yes.
Order. You had risen on that point and you have executed. Honorable Mudhiga has rose on a point of order.
Yes.
Understanding order number 111.
Yes.
Now that you want us to take it academic as it should be,
Yes.
we will take that route.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
And now that you have boarded yourself to that, and you truly believe, then we will not apply 111 again. That's what I'm saying.
Sorry?
Because why Honorable Elizabeth Mudhiga is asking is because when Honorable Eric Katumo was asked to substantiate or take responsibility of his statement understanding order number 111, he went ahead and made statements to confirm that on subsequent sitting he would table material. And the Speaker cautioned him, and he did not apologize that time. Now that you have insisted that that is a statement of fact, yes, and let's give a big further direction. So is Honorable Kibongo. This is how we will proceed. We will have the verbatim. Order, Honorable members. We can't go around. Order, Honorable Mwoki. We will order.
Just a moment. Just a moment.
And statement from when Honorable Gatumbo made the assertions up to when he said he will provide information on a subsequent sitting. After, take note. I invite you to read these standing orders. It was not for granted that you are asked to withdraw and apologize, and you insist and make a statement before this house that you will produce information and material and substantiate. And you are cautioned what that means. and you dare to go and produce evidence, then after you make that statement, you come to the house and say, I withdraw and apologize. The opportunity to withdraw and apologize is given under Standing Order number 111. A member shall be responsible for the accuracy of facts which the member alleges to be true and may be required to substantiate any such facts instantly. If a member has sufficient reason to convince the speaker that the member is unable to substantiate the allegation instantly, the speaker shall require such member to substantiate the allegation not later than the next sitting. Yes. Now, to substantiate is that time or to a later date. Failure to which member shall be deemed to be disorderly within the meanings of the provision of Standing Order number 132. Now, grave disorder in the assembly. Now, you know where you are supposed to withdraw and apologize? It is that time. It is not, it is, Honorable Kimongo, I will not allow any member to make allegations against you and state that he will bring evidence tomorrow. And then when he comes tomorrow, he says, Mr. Speaker, I apologize. Not in a parliament.
It was the same day, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Katumo came in the subsequent session, same day, and he withdrew the statement.
Honorable members.
Without coercion. Honorable Speaker, without coercion, he withdrew the statement.
Order.
Yeah.
Order, honorable members. Order.
And Honorable, you see, Honorable Katumo can withdraw from the chamber because
Honorable Honorable Muli, Honorable Mwoki, Honorable Manzia, Honorable Kalunda. I'm asking you to sit down so that I may give you directions. I'm not ruling on this matter. Honorable members, we can't debate without papers laid. You have put into question the procedure of Standing Order number 111. It is not an easy matter that Honorable Katumo is asked to substantiate, and then Honorable Kimongo confirms, not once, not twice, that Honorable Katumo withdrew and he should, and then that matter is rested after taking him, and then he was asked to be taken to task as to whether, according to his words, understanding Order number 111, he sticks by that position or he needs to inquire. He said he sticks by it. That is an independent issue on its own, supported by the leader of the minority. And therefore, honorable members, I am directing the sergeant, not the clerk of the County Assembly, to produce the verbatim from when the member rose on the point of order and the sequence of events. So the first matter to clear with is not the matter by Honorable Katumo. It is the preliminary objections that have been raised before Honorable Katumo was to deal with this matter by Honorable Kimongo and Honorable Kalunda, who have insisted that, and I've asked them to honor, and they said when that time comes, they will apologize. The time for owning those words is now, or withdrawing them to confirm and introduce them. Now that you've insisted, we go to paper so that we don't blame each other. Answered records will speak to us tomorrow at 2:30. Then after that, we will deal with the matter for Katumo. Subsequently after that. And standing orders will be applied, not by myself, but will be applied to members of the County Assembly because they are approved by the County Assembly. As to whether the standing orders are superior to God, help me with, Honorable Kimongo, I have this answer for you. The prayers that we pray here every day as follows. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the officers of leaders as members of the County Assembly for the welfare of society, of others, not for others, not ourselves, and just government of the people, not just of individuals or individual members. Government, it is executive assembly and the people, entities. We beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servant, not honorable members, whom you have pleased to call to performance of important, to work, to perform, not to enjoy. Important trust upon us in this county and the republic. Let your blessing descend upon us here assembled and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberations in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory. Take note, grant and treat and consider all matters that come under our deliberations as an assembly, not on a point of order, not a misconduct or conduct. So it is on motions, on approving bills, on considering statements, on project visitation, on oversight, on dealing with Kalamba issue, where the chair has said that the matter should be handled. That is what this prayer says. This prayer has nothing to do with how you conduct yourself and how you repent within chamber. It has nothing to do with the repenters here. It has to do with the ultimate call. And then further it says, and to advance peace and prosperity and the welfare of county, not welfare of members and governor and executive, and our country, therefore enhancing economic and social development of the Republic of Kenya, and of those whose interests you have committed to our church. The interest before here are petitions by citizens, motions, and others, not interests of Honorable Kisungi and not interest of Honorable Katumu. That is why they are points of order. They are not substantive issues. They are in between, considering welfare and the interest of the people of Makueni. So I'm afraid the verse is not applicable here. That Bible you are reading, Almighty God, it is how we transact for people. Amen. Let it be so. So tomorrow, clerk, do so. We want to deal with this matter pragmatically. You have, we want verbatims of what you said from the beginning to end and what every other member said so that we deal with that matter. On Member Famuka?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as you ruled on the same matter, I will ask for your interpretation or your guidance on the same standing order that you are reading of 111 on the statement of fact, up to where you have read part 2, where it says if a member has sufficient reason to substantiate in the next sitting day, failure to which the member shall be deemed to be grossly to be disorderly within the meaning of standing order number 132, grave disorder in the county assembly. But the last line, Mr. Speaker, reads, unless the member withdraws the allegations and gives. Unless the member withdraws the allegation and gives a suitable apology if the Speaker so requires. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, I was asking for your interpretation that because the unless comes after the member has been found to be in grave disorder in this case, that is when the apology should come, Honorable Speaker, according to the standing order. But I don't think it provides that the member should withdraw and apologize immediately. But it says unless the member withdraws and apologizes. So once the member withdraws and apologizes, an apology suitable to the Speaker, not standing order. So therefore it is within your powers now. Therefore, I think it unless means after all, Honorable Speaker, the member is unable to substantiate. And therefore, once that member gives an apology, that matter should be settled. That is the interpretation of the standing order.
Order, honorable members. None of you has a microphone. If I allow any of you to speak, you'll be out of order because that matter has been ruled. We cannot discuss the merit and interpretation of 128 when Honorable Kimongo has taken us back to 111. So I say tomorrow we are dealing with Honorable Kimongo and Honorable Kalunda because they have said that an apology was given, and I wanted to take you the verbatim until we get to 111(2) up to where if the Speaker is required so. And you will hear from the verbatim what the Speaker said that time Order. If you listen, Honorable Kalunda, the statement you are reading, I read it to the member that time. I even read it to the member if the speakers require so and what it means. That time, look at the answered. You know, when I tried to ask you member not to go to a certain zone, it is not my will to allow members to graze where there are snakes. I'm telling you, come back to the plain land. Don't go to the bush. So, Bukalunda, you will find that whether you are absent or present that day, that matter was dealt with. And that is why I don't want to use my memory. Because according to your memory, order. According to your memory, that is a fact. Then I will then tell you what it means by the last statement when we'll get to it. Fair enough. Next order. The matter is ruled. The matter is ruled. You are out of order. Honorable member for Muka, I advised on that matter. And again, I can't do it now until we deal with the matter of answered records so that then we may find whether what you are referring to is applicable. You are ahead of us. Honorable members, you're out of order. You will speak tomorrow at 2:30 when you will have a copy. Farewell. No problem. Next is which one? Statement, huh? Chairperson Transport to respond to statement by member concerning.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the committee is in receipt of response from the ECM. Mr. Speaker, after verifying with the member, there is a question that was not correctly answered and some commitment that needed timelines. So, Mr. Speaker, the committee expects to get a response and report to this Honorable House within 14 days, if you allow, Mr. Speaker.
Member for the Senate.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a matter of concern, actually great concern. It is taking too much time to get satisfaction.
We can't hear you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm saying, yes, I've heard from the Chair Transport. Honorable Speaker, this is a matter that is of great concern. It is taking too much time to get a response. Honorable Speaker, yes, today we had some conversation with the Chair, and we also talked to the ECM in charge of transport, and there is a commitment that, Mr. Speaker, the grader will be in my ward by next week on Monday. It is my hope that they will stick to what they have promised. And Mr. Speaker, I request that you direct the Chair to respond on Tuesday next week in this matter. On this matter, thank you.
Chairperson. Requesting Tuesday next week. Strictly.
Speaker, Mr. Speaker, we allow the committee to respond on the other week on Monday. So that, Mr. Speaker, it will be a follow-up whether what has been promised to be done on Tuesday will have been done by that time. So, Mr. Speaker, that is why we are requesting 14 days.
You don't know why? Fair enough. Next order. Before next order, Chairperson Committee on Infrastructure to respond to statement number 23 as requested by member from Petition Ward on 9th of July 2005 on the relocation of transformer to Vuluenu Village in Petition Ward.
Mr. Speaker, the committee received the response today, and Mr. Speaker, we got late in consideration of that report, so allow us to table tomorrow afternoon.
Member from Petition. tomorrow 2:30 is okay. Fair enough. But what is it, member for Kikumbuli South Ward? On the same point of order? Okay.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. You know, it's a question answer hour, and I have to ask my the whereabouts of my statement. A statement I requested in June, and it has never been responded to the committee chair for water about the hiking of tariffs in Kibwezi Makendo Water Company. Honorable Speaker, it has not been responded to. It is not in the order paper. I have not seen it in the order paper, Honorable Speaker. And people are suffering. Now,
I hear you. Now it is with me. Chairperson?
I'm surprised that a member who sits in the House Business Committee, where personally I don't sit, can come and ask for the placement of a statement in the order paper.
Fair
which
enough.
have actually discussed up in that committee.
No,
and
members
then once it
don't-
appears, we shall bring the information.
In the House Business Committee, we
Yes.
don't discuss individual member states.
However, then you should be able to channel the right things in
Is
the right
the
direction.
report fair enough?
We only follow the order paper. We don't
Okay,
just
fine.
pick things helter-skelter.
Okay, tomorrow at 9:30 a.m., we put it in the order paper. If the issue is House Business and order paper, if that is sorted, are you ready? So
Mr. Speaker, I need to consult.
Order.
And then we put the right
Order.
actual procedures in
Order,
place.
member of order.
Yes. So to me, I'm saying, now that he has brought a matter, I need to consult with my clerk because I think we can be able to do it by Monday. We bring him the answers.
On Monday, clerk consider that in the order paper?
Yes.
Yes.
you see, Honorable Speaker,
Order. The House Business Committee will meet on Wednesday. So the Committee on Agriculture on Water meets when?
We meet also on Monday.
On Monday. I'm expecting it at Monday to that. So we'll process it.
We will discuss.
No. The matter is overdue.
Mr. Speaker,
Order. I've directed that you produce a response on Monday at 2 that the matter is overdue, ought to have been considered. Fair enough. It is overdue. You should have the report ready. That is internal.
consult to what? Consult to what?
Next order.
Bring. I'm not harassing you. People of Kibwezi are.
Order. Let me see. Honorable members, I can confirm from the order paper business for the next week that this week on Wednesday, the response to statement number 20 as requested by member for Kikumbuli South Ward on water tariffs hike by Kibwezi Makindu Water Sewerage Company. It is in the order paper for today, and the requester of the statement is not aware, and the chairperson of the committee is not aware. So please persuade yourself to consult order papers before you cross on the floor. One was giving an undertaking for Wednesday, next week on Monday. The other one was asking that the question is not in the order paper and it is in the order paper. So I do not know who to judge. Honorable Janet Kitunga. Please, clerk,
Thank you,
share a
Mr.
copy
Speaker.
of the order paper with Honorable Mudoka and Honorable Kalunda. Proceed, Honorable Kitunga.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I'm not standing to request for a statement nor to give a response. But, Mr. Speaker, sir, I would kindly request that you make arrangement to place the newly sworn in member, Honorable Esther Mwangeli, into the relevant county assembly committees. Mr. Speaker, kindly advise on the necessary steps to facilitate this process. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable Elizabeth, then member for Zamani Vengoni Ward.
Honorable Speaker, mine was a point of concern that the member for Kikumbulu South sits in the Assembly Business Committee, which makes or prepares the order paper of this county assembly. For him not to be aware that his statement was coming on Wednesday this week, then that tells a lot about the personality of the leader of minority as a member of the county assembly.
Order, Honorable Elizabeth. Order, Honorable Elizabeth. Honorable Mudike, you know it is out of order for a member to impute improper motive against another member. It is not up to you to judge.
But Honorable Speaker, as a member of the Assembly Business Committee, he should know the contents of the order paper. And he should be aware that his statement was coming on Wednesday. On that part of imputing improper motive, I withdraw and apologize. But where he does not agree and he does not know that his statement was coming on Wednesday, as a member of the Assembly Business Committee, puts more questions than answers.
Yes. But up to the point where he is a member of a committee and should know the contents of the paper approved, which is the order paper, I agree with you, he has a responsibility, because whether he's present or not, he should acquaint himself. Up to where you have indicated that expresses, and I paraphrase, the type of leader of minority. I may not use the exact word, I know what you said. I've said that that is what is not in order.
And Honorable Speaker, I said, when you have already said that I am imputing improper motive, I have already withdrawn and apologized.
Very well.
But my statement remains, it beats more questions than answers for the member for Kikumbulu South.
Honorable members. Both honorable
members from the outside to
honorable members, Honorable Galunda, take your seat. Honorable Galunda, take your seat. Honorable Muthoka, take your seat. Honorable members. Honorable members. Honorable members, standing order number 127 provides as follows. 1. The conduct is grossly disorderly if a member concerned creates actual disorder, knowing raises false point of order, uses or threatens violence against another member, persists in making serious allegations in the speaker's opinion inadequate to substantiate, otherwise abuses his or her privileges, deliberately gives false information, commits any serious breach of the standing orders, act in any other way to the serious and orderly procedure of the council. This time that Honorable James Kalunda and Honorable Muthoka, you are the temptation of addressing each other. It is, I may allow any other member. I may allow Honorable Moki and Honorable Mwanzia. But where Honorable Mwanzia has given you authority as the Deputy Leader of Majority, and Honorable Moki has given Honorable Kalunda mandate and authority to preside, to whoever much is given, much is expected. So, Honorable members, on the third occasion, I will invoke provisions of Standing Order 127, and I will call you into order. That matter is rested. Honorable Janet Kitunga, who wanted to speak on that matter? On the issue raised by Honorable Kitunga? Is that what you want to speak about, Honorable Moki? Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, today when I arrived in the chambers, the president of the Assembly, Mr. Speaker, there were so many issues going around about committees, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, I have confirmed from Honorable Eric Katumo that it is indeed true that there is some issues about the Assembly and the law courts. Mr. Speaker, on the issue raised by Honorable Kitunga, this is a very serious matter because it touches on the rights of a person. So, Mr. Speaker, I would request the House leadership, when they are considering this matter, to forego the business of the account assembly and the law courts when it's come to the committee, the representation of one person into the committee, Mr. Speaker. And the House Select Committee to meet, Mr. Speaker, to add Honorable Mongeli to the committees, to the 4 committees that are required, so that she can benefit in serving the people of Makueni, notwithstanding the issues of because that is a new matter that has developed, and we cannot just sit and see one of us being our rights being infringed because of matters that don't affect us at all. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Member of Fonzabani, if you go.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, still on the same matter. And Mr. Speaker, I would even speak about it if the member was not even from the opposition or from the minority in this case, even if that member was from Wiper. Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Member Mongeli was sworn in on Wednesday, Mr. Speaker, and once she was sworn in, Mr. Speaker, she became a fully fledged member to be in this house, and that's why today she seated here. Mr. Speaker, I would have expected, and I know my very good friend, Engineer Kisungi, is listening. Mr. Speaker, I would have expected that immediately that we withdrew from this chamber, that committee, the selection committee, sat down immediately, Mr. Speaker, and ensured that today on Monday, 2:30, a motion appears in the order paper to the effect of that member being placed to our respective committees, Mr. Speaker. Why? Because it is a right. Once you become a member, you are entitled to this number of committees and XYZ, and that is where the member gets the facilitations to enable her to do her duty. Mr. Speaker, I would ask you from where you sit to allow the chairperson committee on selection, because he's in the house, to tell us what plans are there to ensure that the member is well placed and when, so that even as members can be prepared to come and vote for that motion. Because as a new member and from the minority, she ought to feel supported from this side. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Leader of the major party.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Let me first take this opportunity to welcome Honorable Mongeli to this assembly. Honorable Speaker, let me state to her with a very sincere heart that in this assembly, we just work for our people and we don't go that much personal. We enjoy a lot of humor together and we are politicians. So don't think that people are fighting so much. We are just trying to do things the way they are supposed to be done. Honorable Speaker, I'm wondering why my colleagues and my 2 friends, Honorable Secretary General of Muungano and the Honorable Mutie, are practicing double standards, knowing that there is a prayer made by one Honorable Katumo for the Committee on Selection not to interfere with the composition of the committees, Honorable Speaker. And that particular prayer, number 2, in those prayers, was the only one which was granted, not to interfere with the composition. That means if we have 2 Wiper members in a committee and 1 Muungano member in a committee and 1 Chap member in a committee. We can't interfere with that. And of course, we can't interfere with the name of one Cosmas Kaleli and replace her with Honorable Mongeli. So I think that particular prayer, which was granted, was to deny the Honorable Mongeli the chance to serve in any committee. And Honorable Speaker, the selection committee is now paralyzed. We can't even sit because we can't interfere with the composition. But just for information, that does not mean that the committees cannot transact, because there is no prayer. It's about 1 letter written by Wiper Party about the composition of a 9-member committee. It does not interfere with the operations of any committee. The committees can go on, and the committees can even pass motions of no confidence in any chair or vice chair, because there is no order limiting the committees from transacting. The only order is for the selection committee not to interfere with the composition. So it's very pathetic, because Honorable Mongeli will have to stay without committees for the period that court order will stay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Honorable
you.
members, order.
You've not allowed me to.
Honorable members, Honorable Esther Mongeli is here courtesy of party primaries and regulations by a political party in the Republic of Kenya, and to provide a gazette notice by Independent and Electoral Boundaries Commission through a gazette notice, which provides as follows: that IEBC amends the gazette notice number 10712, published on 9th of September. It has amended that gazette notice to read: delete number 13 in that gazette notice, Honorable Magdalene Kamene Buluku, female, ID number 509, Mandelo Chap Chap. Insert number 13, Esther Mongeli, female, ID number 017, Mandelo Chap Chap. For the import of that gazettement of deleting nominee number 13 and replacing Esther Mongeli as nominee number 13 is a substitution on the position of a political party. I will wade into this, and I will give further directions. The only information, Honorable Kituma, I can give you is that Honorable Mongeli is sitting in position number 13, and one has been deleted and another one has been replaced the same number. Now, how we deal with that, that is just for definition. How we deal with that is a different one. So if we use that definition, then the rest of the things will follow in place subject to circumstances as they are or as they were. So leader of the majority and the chairperson selection, you may use that as a point of start and so is a minority side. And then you will find whether the rest of the things may fall into place without navigating and working hard. I don't wish to speak much for now. I need to research further. I can only rely on IBC Gazette notice at the moment. Honorable members, a time now being 17:00 hours, this assembly start and adjourn until tomorrow, Tuesday, 15th of August, year 2025, at 09:30 hours.